that the Lib Dems are not doing so well in the polls is because lots of your supporters are angry about the fact that you went into coalition with the Conservatives, and they're worried about things like the cuts and some of the pledges which were abandoned when you were in government.
Sure.
Do you think that coalition government has damaged your chances at this election?
It may have. I doubt it when people actually come to vote, because I think they are going to be looking to the future, and the coalition's been very good. But look, I'm in politics for my nation, and the party put the national interest first. This nation inherited an economic crisis as bad as that of Greece. The fact that we had a stable government means that we're now recovering. The Lib Dems are responsible in large measure for that, and we've done that by protecting the poorest and most vulnerable.
People don't necessarily see that, do they? In fact, Nick Clegg himself said the problem with being the smaller party in a coalition, to us, he said this to us, is that the good stuff the big party gets the credit for, and the stuff that you do kind of gets disappeared in the mix.
Well, let's wait and see, Kate. I don't think that's the truth. I mean, I think as people come towards the election, they're going to say, hang on, what's happening? This is our dangerous times. We've got an economy recovering in Britain. The Lib Dems have played their part in that. They've provided stable government. If we hadn't, this would have been like Greece. There would have been a wreckage that Labour left behind, and that would have continued for the last 4 years. I personally think the British electorate are a mature people, mature electorate who will make their decisions and will do so sensibly, and will see that the Liberal Democrats have made a major contribution to the stability and economic success of Britain.
I think they'll definitely hear the message that you're trying to sell, that you're hoping to take some of the credit for the economic results, but there will be people thinking, what about the cuts? What about those people who still cannot find work? What about the people that we hear from on our programmes who say, but what about those people? Because those, they're the ones who are apparently punishing you in the polls.
Fair enough, but let's just remember, what about the people who lost their jobs? They're now getting them back again. We've now got the employment in this country growing faster than any other country in the OECD. We've got the economy growing faster. Of course, the cuts have been tough and difficult.
And the number of food banks increasing, the number of people who need that sort of support increasing. We have people on our programme saying they still can't afford to go on holiday.
Perfectly fair point. Let me put this to you. If we had not acted to create a stable government in Britain, this country was carrying the same burden per capita as that of Greece. We'd be in the position of Greece. Can you imagine the cuts should have happened then? Not the cuts brought about by an elected government and accountable politicians, but brought about by the markets.
Can I just
that's the option. The option isn't, could we have got rid of the cuts? The question is, we have recovered this economy. It is now growing faster than any other in the OECD. We have done it by protecting the vulnerable where we can. That is uniquely the Liberal Democrat gift to Britain.
And would
I think
you
we're
do
right
it
to do
all
it
again? In terms of a coalition?
I'm absolutely clear. If the question was, can a coalition serve my country, I'd do it again.
With the Conservatives?
Listen, you do it with whom the British people elect. You don't do it. It's not up to us to choose. It's up to the British people to choose.
Would you do it all again with
We'll
the
do it
Conservatives?
with anybody who can provide a stable government that'll help this country get out of the economic mess Labour left it in. The Tories now want to veer away to the right, smash our society. We will not do it if that's what they're going to do. Labour wants to veer away to the left and dump us with heavyweight borrowing, just as they've done in the past. We would not do that either. We will be the regulator for both of them, to keep them on the steady course, to provide stable government and to help this country get through the recession.
So you're open to offers?
No, we're open to obeying the voice of the electorate.